Good afternoon, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. I want to discuss this topic. You see the men right here. This is a bullshit ass lie about women and submission and men being the leader. Well, I'm going to read this. Most women don't have a problem. I'll start again. I'm sorry. Most women don't have a problem being submissive or obeying their man. The problem is most men were never taught how to properly lead. I'll read that one more time. Most women don't have a problem being submissive or obeying their man. The problem is most men were never taught how to properly lead. You know, that's some bullshit. That is bullshit. Most women don't have a problem being submissive or obeying their man. The problem is most men were never taught how to properly lead. And that's a bullshit ass meme. I'll tell you why it's bullshit. Because women were never... There's no such thing as a man knowing how to properly lead. Either a woman wants to get with your program or not. And as far as equality, which one do you want? Do you want tradition or do you want gender equality? That's the question to the women. Because the way I see it, women want to have their cake and eat it too. They want equality when it best suits them, when it's convenient for them. But when it comes to responsibility, no, put it back on the man. When it comes to patriarchy, they want the benefits of a patriarchy of women in their grandma's era, the women of the previous generation's eras. But when it comes to responsibility and doing the womanly duties for the man, oh fuck that. No, don't want to do that. When it comes to matriarchy, which is what they really want, they want all the power but no responsibility and just blame it back on the man. They want the privileges of being a woman and the rights and the freedoms and women's live at the same damn time. So-called New Age independence with outdated chivalry. They want the rights and freedoms and the power and the authority to be a fucking man when it benefits them. But when it comes to responsibility of either gender role, they reject responsibility and blame it back on the man. They don't want the responsibility of neither. They don't want the responsibility of traditionalism. They don't want the responsibility of equality. It's all bullshit. Women just want tradition. They want what their grandmothers had. Women, they want what their grandmothers and mothers had when it benefits them at that point in time, and they want the benefits of feminism when it benefits them. But when it comes to responsibility, oh fuck that, just blame it on the man. And I want special treatment. They want gender equality and tradition and with special treatment when it benefits them. This bullshit meme is it just tells me that women are situational. And I'm getting attacked by my viewpoint by exposing this. My real name, do you see? This is Calvin right here. There's no proper way to lead. Give me a break. The truth is most women don't want to be led unless it benefits them. Meaning most women want to be in charge without being held accountable and responsible for what they do. To clarify, most Western women want men to lead when it comes to so-called responsibility and sacrificing his life, but devoid of male leadership. Like, women want all the power, but I'll say it one more time. Like, women want all the power, but blame the men when she fails under her authority. I'll say that again. Like, women want all power, but blame the man when she fails under her authority. When women are being situational. Because when a man puts his foot down and leads her, Woman calls the cops, gets the man arrested or murdered by the cops. Women must reject feminism and gynocentrism if they want men to lead. I'll say that again. Right here, this sentence. I'll highlight it. Can't highlight it. Shit. Yeah, I can. Alright, read this part. Look at this part. Women are being situational because when a man puts his foot down and leads her, woman calls the cops, gets the man arrested or murdered by the cops. Women must reject feminism and gynocentrism if they really want men to lead. That's a true point. That's a profound statement. Now, the bitches are mad at this. Yeah, I said these Negro-European females. Let's see this. Geneva Echoes. Do you even know how a woman will submit? Please. A woman will submit, but men don't even know how to do it. But most women don't know how to fucking follow. The problem is when a man thinks that submissive means always getting his way without question. Well, I can say, let me stop right there. I can say the same thing. Women think a man's supposed to do everything for them, but they want the man to do everything for them, but they want to call the shots at the same damn time. They want men to do all the dirty work and play that subordinate role when it benefits them. As long as they don't be responsible for nothing, they want to at the same time be in control of that man. Women think by being in a subordinate position and being in a submissive role, being in a woman's role, that means a woman's entitled to get what she wants. Without question. Okay? A woman will naturally submit, but men won't naturally lead. No bullshit. You know she's bullshitting. Women, it doesn't matter how men are. This is why I hate gender roles, because it's all indoctrination, social engineering. It's all indoctrination. It's all brainwashing. It's all programming. Nobody leads all the damn time. There's a man has his part and a woman has her part. She leads sometimes in her fucking part, and a man leads in his fucking part and what he does. Women want men to do all the responsibility, have all the responsibility, but she wants to be in charge. You can forget that bullshit. You know, a woman should, it doesn't matter what a man does, as long as he's doing it, a woman should just know when to follow it. You know, a woman will naturally submit, but a man won't naturally lead. That's bullshit again. Get a mission and a plan. Well, I got a mission and plan. Y'all bitches still reject the shit. A good woman will not submit to a fool. Oh, I've seen countless women submit to fools. You can forget that. And that's how they escape responsibility, fellas. She needs to know that there's a plan and an end game. There's no such thing as an effective plan. It's about what works at that point in time. There's no guarantee in life that everything's going to be hunky-dory and everything's going to be successful. You're going to have disappointments and failures at one point in your life, or many points of your life, many points of your lives, I should say. Yes, a woman wants to submit, and yes, a woman wants a man to lead, but a man must show. Let me read that again. Yes, a woman wants a man to lead, but a man has to show he is willing to be that man who has goals. Really? Okay. She will not follow him, and she will follow him and plan for him, but if he is not willing to follow through, then he can have a seat, and so a real leader can take his place. That's some bullshit. Really? Please school this fool, thank you. I don't need to say anything, but she said it all. And if you are still lost, read her other comments. Submissions does not necessarily make you an absolute leader at all. See, this is what proves my point. Women want to pick and choose when they want a man to lead. When it comes to responsibility, when they want the void of male leadership, they just want a man. When a woman says she wants a man to lead, and when a man tries to lead her, she rejects him. She wants to put up all this resistance, and put him through all this test and all this bullshit. Now, if you know you with a good man, and you know if you're judging him based on his character and his morality and his intelligence, then cooperate and be compliant. But me personally, I don't believe in submission. I believe a woman should be cooperative and compliant with a man, and vice versa, as long as we work together as a team. Y'all want equality. You can't say you want a man to lead, but you want to be equal to a man. I've been saying that. That's what I'm trying to say to these bitches. The submission must be mutual. Oh God, see contradiction. And it's not really about control. Oh God. Teamwork must be easier for some to understand. Football better for others. Coach is running shit, but he isn't the owner on the field. The quarterback is, but not the entire game. No, actually the owner of the team is the one that runs the league and writes the paychecks. The team is the coach don't run shit. The players don't run shit, and the coach don't run shit. It's the owners, the team owners that run the shit. The person that owns the team makes the rules. There are levels of submission to win the game, all on the team. This is a bunch of contradiction. Now I want to show you something else. This is another one. Here we go again. Women talking about the submission and shit, but they want new age independence and outdated chivalry. Women, you cannot have it both ways. Either one or the fucking other. Why are so many strong black women single? You ask the question. Here's my answer. I'm gonna try to find what I put. Look at these simps. Because most weak black men are intimidated by strong sisters. Get the fuck out of here. Let me show you what here's my response. No man wants a rude, argumentative, sassy, nasty, unfeminine, and unladylike bitch who don't know a woman's place. End of discussion. Then I get charged by this female, Choma Hutchison. Stay away from this dude. Well, he's also marked. Why? The truth hurts, bitch. Gosh, who told you no? She had ad hominem attacks. Basically, just saying, "Oh, you mad because you can't get pussy? That's why you're speaking the truth." Does that make any fucking sense? I had to go to his profile picture, and I had to go to his profile picture, and it now all makes sense. Happy, laughing, crying. Look at the images, and then there's shit. How can the truth hurt if it doesn't apply to me? Then why are you responding? I hate stupid little boys who let loose on the internet calling women bitches when you came from a vagina. What does that got to do with anything? I was the seed of a man. If it wasn't for my dad's sperm fertilizing my mama's egg, I wouldn't be here without the credit of my dad. So I had to give both parties the credit. Here we go with that feminist bullshit. You just frustrated because the only pussy you get is from your cat. See, this is why I do what I do. Every time I speak some hardcore facts in these so-called black conscious groups, I get a bunch of dumbass black feminists attacking me, and a bunch of man-china pussy whipped faggots, effeminate males, defending them, these simps. I posted a video right here. Many people don't want to don't want to know the truth. If you really want to know the truth, here, gave them a link. Just look at this fuckery. It's just fucking pathetic. I'm back, y'all. Nature called. This woman makes an excellent point, a helpful point. I'm starting to see it clear now. Negro women hate submission, and that's why Negro women are becoming baby mamas than wives. I'll say that again. I'm starting to see it clear now. Negro women hate submission, and that's why Negro women are more baby mamas than wives. I'll say that again. I'm starting to see it clear now. Negro women hate submission, and that's why Negro women are more baby mamas than wives. I hate to speak on my sisters, but it's facts. Soon as you mention submission, all hell breaks loose. We gotta lose the bitterness and anger. Church, truth. She's right. This woman is correct. Anyway, this guy shared her post, and this is what I get from adding my sentence. Here's me. B. Elizabeth, 1. Maybe you're looking within the right ones. Maybe you're not looking within the right ones. It's still a partnership. You want me to submit? Cool. But give me a strong man who appreciates my submission. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Y'all bitches don't know what a strong man is. When it comes to these Negro women wanting to submit to the Negro man, they don't respect us. They don't respect us. Even when the man is strong and got his on point, she don't take us seriously. She'll submit to the Caucasian man with no problem, and it's automatic. But men of other ethnicities, she'll be leery, but she will cooperate because she sees the fruits of what they're doing. And even if you got men of color, so-called black men who got the fruits and are on point and got it together, it's still not good enough. Because society and stupid ass single black mothers, but stupid ass black women and their grandmothers and aunties has told these girls, these so-called black girls, do not trust a black man. And then you wonder why the community is the way it is, because of this black feminist bullshit. Last time I checked, so-called black men did not have the power and the wealth and the resources to oppress a woman. Any woman. Not even his own. So what are y'all women getting? But y'all trust a Caucasian man who has oppressed all women. But I digress. This is what Darius Tromant. I don't mind you being an individual, but when things get serious, I just want you to take the pressure off. By partnership, I mean I'll submit when given a reason, not because you're a man. I see. This gets good, y'all. My response: B. Tell me what the hell is a strong man? From what I observed, that many sisters will avoid strong on point men and settle for no good Ray Ray and Pookies, because bad boys and thugs have no damn power to make a woman fall in line. That's why many Negro females love girly males, down low males, and preferences. But the same Negro female will submit to men of other ethnicities, especially the Caucasian man. even if they are weak and bitch made themselves, broken, shiftless. And that's true. I've seen many Negro women with Caucasian males, and these guys are shiftless, don't have a program, don't have their shit together, but they give them a pass. Now, it's funny how, before I continue, so-called black women will call, if a so-called black man sees if it's so-called black women, when it's funny when I hear so-called black women criticize so-called black men. Oh, why are you with that ugly Caucasian chick? This ugly looking white chick, this fat white chick. Oh, you can't do any better. But you same sisters will fuck with broke ass, lazy bum ass Caucasian males. Y'all do the same thing and 20 times worse. Let him walk over you, disrespect you, y'all on gaggers, let him degrade you because you got that so-called white image that he's the god and he's in power. When most Caucasian males don't have power like that, they have privilege. Only a few 1%ers run this goddamn world. But I digress. Now, if a woman won't fall in line and be cooperative and compliant, then I will find a woman who will. Working on that passport right now to find a woman who will obey me. Silence, no crickets. She did after that, crickets. And then this guy makes excellent points. This guy makes a point right here. So-called black men haven't created an economic base for black women. That's true. Well, actually, we did, but it got destroyed by the Caucasian supremacists. And then integration fucked that shit up because these women because these females mostly started shopping in these so-called white-owned corporations, patronizing their businesses instead of supporting black-owned. Excuse me. The reason why we command no loyalty from so-called black women is because so-called white daddy pays for everything. That's true. That also explains bedwenches who publicly get on media and demean black men. Japanese women are submissive. Russian women are submissive. German women are submissive. They don't play that strong independent role because it's not necessary. The males have an economy base. The women respect them for it. I can't argue with that fact. That's a fact. Can't argue with that. This is the woman I got into with. Open my mouth. Feminism has brain raped our women, man. Caucasian females lie to Negro women that the Negro man was oppressing them. Feminism has brain raped our women. Caucasian females lied to Negro women that Negro men were oppressing them when so-called black men had no power like that over the last 400 years before Europeans fucked us up. We as men and women have to work as a team, and we both need to stay in our lanes. Feminism has forever destroyed relationships within our community. Even if so-called black men had an economic base, our women will likely still have self-hate issues because she wants to be accepted by Europeans. We have to break we have to break mental slavery, especially our women, to stop bedwitching. So we have to get things done. Men must have standards for ourselves and hold women to very high standards for women to take us seriously. And I told the truth right there. Now all hell breaks loose. I was about to say black women that I'm around have no problem submitting to. I was about to. I'll read that again. Angela Hampton. This is the crazy bitch. I was about to say black women that I'm around have no problem submitting. The problem lies with finding a damn. Man. This is what happens when you. I'm gonna have to break this down, y'all, because of the grammatical errors. Angela Hampton. I was about to say black women that I'm around have no problem submitting. The problem lies with finding a man that can lead you and secure you. Me. That goes back to knowing how to identify a strong leader of a man. Thank feminism with the state raising the children. Shake my damn head. Pretty much. It doesn't for me. I have no problem identifying the right men. And we are blaming something weak as feminism. We mind as well point out the fact that women had to get stronger on the count that our men out there were trying to be bitches instead of men, which is bullshit. How was women getting stronger when the so-called black community is a shithole more than ever before? Women cannot protect the community and has failed to challenge European patriarchy and Caucasian supremacy. Women must empower the man, not fight and tear him down. Men are not the enemy. And women aren't the enemy either. Well, you're lying on that one. You are the enemy because you're acting like it. Women got strong because men stopped doing. That's bullshit. Men didn't stop. Y'all wanted to overpower us because y'all fell into that feminist bullshit. You got in our way. But I digress. We can blame European patriarch all we want, but at the end of the day, it was y'all forsake us on many occasions throughout history. Women empowerment. Y'all the only race of men constantly blaming women got our issues rather than cherishing them, then maybe you get better results. No woman can protect the community, but y'all aren't either. Instead of whining and complaining, here we go, suffer in silence, nigger. We are making it happen, Calvin J. D'Souza. Making what happen? What, making the community a shithole? Angela Hampton, stop with the shaming language. Women are the majority of the blame. Negro females sold us out. Sold out the black community. And sold out black unity and empowerment and joining racist Caucasian females for the feminist movement, which has disenfranchised boys and men of color altogether. Then when men try to get some power and fight back against Caucasian supremacy, Negro female coons and bedwenches, I say it again, Negro female coons of the bedwenches sleep with the enemy, siding with the racist Caucasian people, throwing men of color underneath the bus again, and you females are so damn strong, but you females cannot accept nor admit fault or take responsibility for destroying the so-called black community. Hell, you females cannot even fight back against Caucasian supremacy because you're helping the enemy. Stop playing both sides of the fence. Negro women have been running the community for over 60 years, raising the males. But Negro females won't take credit for fuckery, but only take credit for success where they was not a factor in. But black feminists are so strong, yet that bitch, but yet y'all bitch all day and whine all day, then blame men of color for all the ills of the fucking world. When they sold out so-called black men, I'll say that again because this is a, I don't know what happened, typo. Then blame men of color all day for the ills of the fucking world. When so-called black men have no power in society and worldwide, like European males and females do. But you prove my point. Women are weak and dumb. For your information, men didn't stop being men. Women castrated and emasculated men. Women just castrated and emasculated men, and with feminizing them. So you can drive the car, crash it, then blame men for the reason why you can't drive a lick. So you women can drive a car, crash it, then blame the men for the reason why you can't drive a lick. Shake my fucking head. Laughing my fucking ass off. Where were the black men that were supposed to defend us when Massa was raping us and selling our children and exporting us? Oh God, black feminism talking points. Where were y'all when they told us we weren't pretty enough because we're black, and where y'all when it was time to empower women and honor them? You can point fingers at all women all you want. But at the end of the day, the finger is on you. Y'all failed as a head and caused a chain of reaction of failure throughout generations that you still don't want to take responsibility for. You can try to hit me whatever you want, but you're still failing, and the evidence lies right on here on the post. We can change it. After all, thought you were men. After all, throughout time, you were men. I guess that's what she meant to say. When did we not stick by y'all? Cause we were with you through slavery and reconstruction of the civil rights movement. And one time we could have been supportive y'all when y'all weren't there. Newsflash: no one can feminize you, aka make you suck a dick. You did not do that to yourselves. Laughing. Bitch, fuck you. Then this man responds, Darius. How? We were both victims of white supremacy. It doesn't make sense. If that's the case, why don't I see the same black women speak out on other black women being raped by white men? I'll say read that again. How? We were both victims of Caucasian supremacy. It doesn't make sense. If that's the case, why don't I see black women speak out on other black women being raped by white men out here? And so-called black men were raped too by Caucasian males and females too. But she don't talk about that. Excuse me. Black men have no power because y'all make those choices. I wonder how different the world would have been if black men stood up to Massa instead of bowing down and letting him rape your women and separate the families. This bitch is delusional. She don't know her history. Negro women have no choice but to raise children when the man decides to get up and leave. Cut the fuck up. I think she meant to say shut the fuck up. If women were so weak and dumb, how in the heck did you get there? Was you from a weak, dumb woman? How did we get here? There is exactly because women are still sticking by y'all. Let a black man die. We're all over it. Let a black woman die. Let a woman die. Nobody gives a fuck. As proven to say that we don't stand by y'all reaching. That's not true. Because when women we protect y'all from getting killed. Men protect y'all from getting killed. And when a woman dies, people talk about it. When a man dies, nobody gives a fuck. You got it twisted. Darius, I can see what happens when we stand up to white supremacy, right? We neither get sabotaged or killed off, which doesn't stop me from speaking my mind. However, I will say is feminism was nothing more than a divide and conquer tactics to create a rift and a gender war between black men and black women in the black community. And black women brought into it by letting white feminists and the government come in and convince our women that they were oppressed by us, which was a lie. When we treated our women with respect, honor, integrity, and importance throughout history, which is true. He's right. Feminism was a white woman's battle with white supremacists. Black women are afraid to stand up against Caucasian males with power, so to be safe, black women who are bedwenchers figures, since they can have sex with white daddy and stand up for him, they'll be safe, which is entirely true, because after he's done with bedwenches, white supremacists throw him underneath the bus, just like bedwenching black feminists do us for no reasons. And also defend white mommy by helping them attack us. Although I agree with some of what you just said, I can't agree with you placing the blame on all women when your job as a man was to lead. You say women brought into it. Well, where were y'all while women were outside with the white woman during the feminist movement? Y'all say there was a divide. Y'all are just as guilty as y'all want to make us, Darius. She's placing the blame on men. And when the women sold out, y'all sold out. We didn't sell out. Negro women sold out. So-called black women betrayed us, black men and the family, for self. It's facts when we're living under a system of white supremacy. Men are supposed to lead. That's a fact. So maybe if y'all had done a better job at the things would be different. Even now, you continue to blame whatever happened, then rather change it. Shake my head. That mentality that Calvin D'Souza was talking about is the reason why we're not getting anywhere. Like I told you before, we live under a system of white supremacy. Then he talks to this guy, E-Man Tuku. Care to explain? Back and forth. What? Just observing, reading the comments. Read on. Reading the whole thing. I'm not sure what you want me to explain. She's pretty set in her mindset, and that's sad as true, that just many women like her. The history of the feminist movement was why it was used. I know the history just as you do know what I refuse to look at is our place as a man in history until now. Honestly, how long are you going to blame women and white supremacy before you decide to make a change, unless white supremacy is going nowhere? We're never getting off 40 acres in the moon, and feminist movement is still going on strong. Meanwhile, y'all still bitching about it. Well, feminism is pretty much part of white supremacy, and why we're so divided now. That's the history of it. It was a divide and conquer tactic to sever us when y'all didn't need to go that route. Most of everything isn't our fault. We live in a system that doesn't want us to progress. You should know that. So, knowing that what you're gonna do about it, besides point fingers, is to place blame. She's placing the blame on us. She's so-called black. This black feminist is placing the blame on men of color. This Negro-pean bedwench coon bitch, Angela, is placing the blame on so-called black men, and that ain't right. The post was about submitting to our men, and this is why me as a woman can't be led by any men, any old man. I'd rather follow a man who's willing to die about his beliefs, to be a leader and make a difference, rather than complain about where his place is in the world as a man. You know what's harder than being a black man? Being a black woman that's supported by no one, not even our own men. That's a fucking lie. See, this bitch is a feminist and stupid. She don't know her history. As I carry on, for the things to change, you must identify the root of the problem and hold those particular parties accountable. You prove my point that most Negro women are afraid to trust men of color and are comfortable being on the pedestal of privilege and power in the so-called black community, thanks to Caucasian supremacy. And since many won't give up their power to submit to men of color, then we have to conquer you or leave you Negro women alone for good. But enough jaw-jacking. You proved my point. Thank you. I didn't prove anything, but y'all are too afraid to conquer because y'all left us alone for years. And while we have countless single mothers and fatherless children, and the fact that you said proves my point. You're quick to talk, but that conquer is absent when it's time to conquer for your lost power. Likewise, thank you, because you proved my point. Told you this is getting ugly. Told you. Oh, I mean, after that, I tore her a new hole. Let's just say that, y'all. Angela, nice try, Negro feminist. I have no kids, nor allow my woman to become a baby mama. I am trying not to curse you out. I know what you are. It's the woman's fault for being a slut and fucking with no good ass, shiftless, bum ass dudes and having babies by these losers and raising their sons to be failures and their daughters to be sexually irresponsible bitches and whores. Equals cycle of stupidity. Women should use birth control, not lie to a man and say that she did when she didn't. So-called black men are leaders of paying child support more than any other ethnic group of men. Yet you European bitches deny visitation rights to the baby's father and brothers and throw other brothers underneath the bus. European bitches are being single mothers by choice and don't want the father in the picture and running the household anyway. Meanwhile, you women deny good men like myself a sex and love life and a wife and kids because y'all females are fake and shallow and superficial with the Caucasian female supremacist mindset. I'll say that again. Because y'all females are fake and shallow and superficial with the Caucasian female supremacist mindset. Hell, when men want to be fathers and have their stuff together, you bitches get an abortion because you couldn't control that man. So you murdered his child. American kick your kin, free case, don't get it twisted. Women are single mothers by choice. Over 80% of the women file for divorce. Just because that man doesn't kiss your ass, the government and gynocentric court system pays and force men to pay women for being irresponsible whores. Women are the choosers and are picking no good ass, lazy, broke, dusty dudes and thugs and bad boys. Why? Y'all females lust after these guys because they have no power and y'all run the show. And y'all so power hungry, feminazi, that you will fuck a gay dude and maintain your power and blame men who are not responsible for your fuck ups. Come on, silly Negro females. Come on, silly bitch. Negro females aren't fucking doctors, lawyers, bankers, CEOs, and entrepreneurs. I mean, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? You're not fucking guys who getting master's degrees out of an Ivy League college. You're not dealing with guys who get PhDs. So miss me with that bullshit. You're not fucking guys who are outstanding, good moral, kind-hearted, good men with who have integrity and good character and are productive in life. All right, but I digress. No, so many so-called black females are fucking trash of loser males. Some with criminal records, because many of you like thugs, and majority of Negro females ain't shit and losers themselves. So-called black, it's the so-called black women's fault. Why? Nice guys and good men are considered weak and boring. That's true. So because of these conversations, that's why many men of color are taking the risk of interracial dating, which is going hot. It's going up, y'all. Or getting money, getting their money right, and getting a passport to meet foreign women, especially women, especially so-called African women of the diaspora. But she don't know about that, and leaving this plantation of the USA, the United States of America, also known as the United Snakes of America. Free case, don't get it twisted. End the conversation. Peace, bitch. Of course she has to get the last fucking word. I mean, this thread is getting heated, and Darius Amen and said this thread is getting heated, and Darius said, "I don't know about you, I'm out." Laughing my fucking ass off. Fact still remains that you are weak, and that's probably why nobody's submitting to you. Again, you prove my point. Again, you prove nothing but how you can bitch and moan and not solve anything. Shake my head. And the above story you wrote is just ignorant. You sound like one of those so-called black men who hate black women. Excuse me. And low-key worship white women. I'll say that. I'm going to read this again. I'm going to read this again. Pay attention, guys. Excuse me. You sound like one of those black men that hate black women and low-key worship white women. Oh my God. I knew she was going to go there. She's laughing about it too. I thought the conversation was over last time. I guess you're saying goodbye again. Men keep their word. So be a man for once and stand by your words. And with that, now the convo is over. The bitch had to get the last word, and she proved nothing. She hurled insults. You saw it, man. You saw it, guys. Women call me boys. Women call me a coon, a house nigger, saying I like wet pussy. I mean, it's just the ad hominem attacks and the insults by these stupid Negro bitches is fucking ridiculous. She don't know me personally. I've never been with a Caucasian chick. I have kissed. I have made out with one, but that's how far it went. But she don't know my personal life. She realized, if she knew me personally, she realized that I've never had anybody like that. Really, I never had a serious relationship, and I have tried to pursue you sisters, but y'all sisters disrespected me, put me down, rejected me, denied me love and sex life and a relationship and a wife and kids. I try to give y'all the benefit of the doubt. Other brothers try to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, try to respect y'all, but y'all disrespect us and blame us for everything. Look, to this bitch who's watching this, might be watching this video and might follow me on YouTube. I had nothing to do with the failures of the past of what men and women of our previous generations did or did not do. Okay? Integration and feminism destroyed the so-called black community. You women, your women of the previous generations joined the feminist movement and betrayed so-called black men. Y'all sold us out. Y'all decided with the pale skinned monkey devils. Y'all worship Caucasians. I mean, look at this bitch. She tries to look like one. Look, I mean, she's trying to act like one and look like one. And it's crazy. Look what she got. Ratchet shit. I don't know if this profile is real, but it just goes to show the slave mentality of these Negro females. And I can't get mad at brothers for saying they don't like sisters. I mean, I can't get mad, and I really don't care what they do. I don't care whoever you date and fuck is your business. But at the same time, when so-called black women wonder why you got brothers, some brothers making YouTube videos about saying they like so-called non-black women, this is why, because of bitches like her, and bitches like her, and other bitches that I showed you who don't want to hear the truth, want to maintain their female supremacy, which is also known as Caucasian supremacy, female privilege, also known as so-called white female privilege. So, so-called black women are working with the Caucasian supremacists. Y'all want us to fight Caucasian supremacy, but you are joining forces with the Caucasian supremacists and siding with racist Caucasians to throw us underneath the damn bus. And then when we call you on it, then you want to question, saying it's our fault for the reason why you're doing something for betraying us and throwing us underneath the bus, because you women are a group. You don't think for yourselves. You go by the team that you think is winning, the team that's winning. I mean, the reason why you with these you go with perceived power. You don't like when a person's independent and thinks for themselves and have power from within. You want the social status of power, and you like being dominated by the oppressor. That's what that is about. That's why it is what it is. So I mean, this woman, like I said, she made a valid point that these women really don't want nothing to change. They want men to do the dirty work, but at the same time, they want to maintain their female power and supremacy. And the thing is, y'all don't own and control nothing. You don't control a motherfucking thing. I mean, you are being controlled and dominated and being manipulated by men. Y'all, I mean, the thing is, most so-called black women want change. They want men, so-called black men, to build up the black community, but they want to be in charge of it. They want to be in charge and have all power but no responsibility. They want us to die. They want us to do the dirty work and have male responsibility but devoid of male leadership. They want to be in charge. Women want to play both roles when it best suits them, and they want equality, but at the same time they want special treatment for being a female. You're gonna have to pick one. Either pick tradition or pick new age bullshit. Either pick tradition or pick equality. If you're a feminist, be a feminist all the way. Take responsibility for being a feminist. If you want traditionalism, if you want traditional patriarchy, you gotta play your position and stay in a woman's place, and take responsibility for being a woman and playing her role. And let the man be the man, and don't try to undercut him and undermine his authority. A lot of you women don't know what a good man is, and you don't know what a real leader is. A lot of you do know. Actually, I take that back. Some of y'all know what a real man is and what a leader is, but that's why you avoid those good men, because you will have to fall in line, and you can't. And a lot of you will be exposed for being the crazy ass, stupid ass bitch that you fucking are. So that's why you fuck with these no good ass dudes that you fucking complain about. You know, and it's just, it is what it is. I mean, you do not want to cooperate and be compliant with a man, but you be compliant to your slave master, your so-called white daddy. Oh, you do what he says. You do what that Caucasian female tells you what to do, even though she hates your guts. But I mean, it's just, it's. I mean, what can I say, guys? I mean, what can I say? Y'all females prove my point. Is that y'all want special treatment as for being a woman, but you want equality when it best suits you, and also, and at the same time, you want to be a matriarch of society, of the community. So I'm just going to end this video because there's nothing more to be said. I mean, brothers, I mean, so-called black men, men of color, we just gotta just leave these bitches alone, man. Leave the Negro women alone. Leave women. I mean, leave these. I mean, stay away from the Negro-pean female. Get with a woman who will respect you for you, and be down for you, and ride and die for you, and be there for you when it counts. Don't give her a chick who's situational. No matter what color her skin is and what her ethnicity is, if she's on that feminist bullshit, you gotta next that bitch. But like I said, Black Man Vent, the people at Black Man Vent, shout out to y'all. You said it a long time ago. You can't change these bitches. These bitches know what the fuck they're doing. They know what good men is. They know what a strong, dominant man is, but they want these effeminate, inferior males. Because they do not want to be led. They want to lead, but they want to blame men for everything. And so that's why I say boycott the Negro-pean female. Because she's the part of the problem. These feminists are part of the fucking problem, especially these so-called black feminists are part of the fucking problem, and that's the reason why the so-called black community is a shithole. Because we as men have let these women run shit, and we're too afraid to stand up to these women. I understand why you don't want to stand up to a woman, because she'll call the cops on you and get you arrested or get you killed by the cops. So the best thing to do is just don't deal with these so-called Negro females. Don't deal with these Negro females. Fuck these Negro bitches. Fuck these so-called black bitches. Let them burn. Boycott them. If you gotta hop the fence, if you want to date women, if you want to date outside your ethnicity, that's on you. Do you. If you want to travel overseas and leave the U.S. plantation, the plantation of the USA, and meet foreign women, that, hey, do you. Do you as a man. We're not obligated. We're not obligated to these females. We're not so-called black men are not so-called black women's property, and we need to recognize that. We're not your slave, bitches. So recognize that. That's all I gotta say. I'm out. Peace. You'll have a good day.